If a decision that you're trying to make makes you think too hard, consider it's probably not the right decision. Like any decision that you have to make that makes you have to think just way too hard, it's not to say it's a bad thing or a good thing, you know what I mean? Whether it's a good decision or a bad decision, but any decision that you have to make that you have to like think, wait, it's one thing to sit on something and think about it and analyze it or whatever, like, okay, is this the right decision or whatever? But like if you have to keep on going to the drawing board and asking yourself like, is this the right decision? And it's probably not. It could probably have a good outcome. It could probably have not a good outcome. But the fact that you have to sit for so long and think about it for so long means it's probably just simply not the right decision. Because you have to think too much on it. Like, you have to think too much. Like, I'm not saying that everything has to come hard, or like, you know, sometimes things can come easy in a way. Or like, I'm not saying that if it doesn't come easy, like, don't take that option or whatever. Like, but I'm saying like, if consider the fact that if you have to sit and ponder on something for just way too long, like, yeah, you could go out your comfort zone and try different things. But if you have to sit on something for way too long and think about it for way too long, you might want to consider where that energy is coming from as to why you're even sitting on it for that long. It's probably just not the right decision. It's nothing wrong. You're not even judging the decision like that in that sense or whatever. It just might not be the right decision for you at that time because you have to sit and ponder on it for too long. If you have to overthink it, it's probably just not the right decision. If someone tells you that you're just overthinking, you're overthinking it. Are you really overthinking it? Are you really overthinking it? Or is your body and your intuition telling you something that's facts? That's not negative, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Don't really trust people. It's hard to trust people who call other people crazy or say, oh, you're just overthinking. No. Are they really overthinking? Or do they just peep game? Do they really just peep shit? Is overthinking real? Is overthinking real? That's a good one. Is overthinking real? I'm going to say, if you have to overthink any type of decision that you're trying to make, it's probably not for you to make that decision at that given point in time. Basketball players are known to be very, very smart because they're taught to make quick decisions, like rapid, like really fast decisions. So, yeah, I forgot who I heard that from, but they were like, basketball players are like super smart. And most of them are like super, super smart, though. They're very smart. But they can make like really quick decisions like very quickly. Like, I don't know if that's just something they can do. So, yeah, they're taught to make really quick decisions. But like, wise quick decisions. Like, okay, I can pivot this way, I can go this way, I can do this way. It's like quick decisions. They're just taught that. So yeah, but anyways, but what I was gonna say is that if you have to think too hard about something, then you probably it's probably not for you. That energy is probably not for you because you have to think too hard. I don't really think is there such thing as overthinking? Maybe. Or you might have a gift where you can see through a lot of bullshit. So really, are you really overthinking, or do you just see through you sniffing out something? You know what I mean? You looking at something like, no, this isn't adding up. Like, something don't really make sense here. But yeah, if you have to if you have to go back to the drawing board over and over and over and over and over and over and over again about a decision, it's probably not the right decision. Like, just wait. Just wait. good things come to those who wait, but not to those who wait too late. I mean, patience never hurt nobody, though. Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, if you're given in a situation where it's like you cannot be patient, you have to actually, like, get a move on. Like, yeah. But it's a difference when you know something. It's different when you make a decision where you know it's like, yes. There was something else that I was listening to. It was like a seminar where they were saying, how you know something's the right decision is when you automatically think, like, yes, in your head. Like why would I not? It's like going to a 5-star restaurant where you know the outcome every time you go to that 5-star restaurant. It's good. Compared to going to somewhere that's questionable, some days they hit or miss. Obviously, if somebody's like, hey, you want to go to the 5-star restaurant? You're going to be like, yeah. So it's not to judge the decision itself, like in a sense of being judgmental, like, oh, I wouldn't do that. It's just because that decision that you may or may not like be, or that you might be hesitant on making, you could try it and it could have the most dope outcome. It could have the most dope outcome. It could possibly. That's the kicker, I guess. That's the part. Is like, damn, that decision could really have a really dope ass outcome. It really could. But so it's not to say like, or it could also not have a dope outcome. You might make that decision and you be like, man, see, this is what I knew. You know what I'm saying? But it could also be you making that decision and it has a dope outcome and you like, see, I knew. It's that same feeling. So with that being said, even when it's a good outcome, you still kind of have that pre-feeling like, yeah, I kind of knew that this was going to hit. Even if you felt kind of like scared or not or whatever, or you kind of felt a little shaky or hesitant, you kind of feel like, I still know that this was actually still going to turn out right. I still had a feeling that it was actually going to turn out right. So overthinking is not real. You just you really realize something for what it is. Like, it's not, I don't really think overthinking is that much real. If someone around you is telling you, oh, you're overthinking, like, once you have people around you projecting on you what you're feeling, you have to question it, because it's like, they may or may not be accurate, but at the end of the day, you know what you feel and what you're experiencing. So don't let people kind of interfere that much when you kind of know, like, no, I got my head on right. I know what's going on. Like, I know, like, no, I know what I like. You know what I mean? I know what I don't like. If I just told you I like apples and you bringing me bananas, but trying to make it look like apples, like, no, I see that that's clearly a freaking banana. That is nowhere near an apple. You know what I mean? Like, no, I told you several times that I like apples. You steady bringing me bananas. You might slide an apple in there every now and then. You know what I mean? To try to make amends. But no, my nigga, you still bringing freaking bananas. Those are bananas. I'm not crazy. Those are bananas. But that's how it be, though, trying to make decisions sometimes. Like, no, you're not crazy. Those are clearly bananas. Moral of the story is that when you're making decisions, if you got to think about it too much, it's probably not the right decision. But moral of the story, if you're making a decision, can you be possibly overthinking it and it might be the right decision? You will know if you're overthinking a right decision, though. We're not that stupid. You're not crazy. You're not that stupid. It's like strawberries clearly being good for you. Blueberries clearly being good for you. You probably even went to the doctor and they clearly said, yo, yeah, blueberries are good for you. Eat more blueberries. And then you sitting there overthinking like, damn, should I eat these blueberries? I know they're good for me, though. You know a good decision, like I'm not saying, I don't want to really label like a good decision, but like, you know, a pretty wise decision, like, you know it. Most of the time you pretty much know it. You have an idea, like, yeah, that's pretty wise. Like, I should probably eat some blueberries. And it's not going to hurt you to eat some blueberries. It's not really going to hurt you to eat some blueberries. So when it comes to making right decisions that are suitable for you and who you are, if it's too much energy behind it and you kind of feel it, you just might be gifted to see through bullshit. And you're not overthinking. You're just like, nah, I just had a premonition type shit. Like, nah, my nigga, that ain't what you think it is. Like, or you could have a premonition about a decision and then you follow through with it and you like, yeah, see, I knew deep down this was the right decision. Didn't make it wrong, didn't make it right, but it was righteous. It might not have been wrong, it might not have been right, but it was righteous. It was righteous though. But no, for real though, it'd be like that, trying to make decisions in life. But if you gotta think about it way too much and you gotta keep on going to that drawing board, I don't know. Because you got to go to that drawing board way too much. Just saying. It's like deciding to put on a raincoat knowing that it's clearly raining outside. Of course you're going to put on the raincoat. It's raining. Make decisions like that where it's clear to see, like, the clarity is there. And if you don't have that clarity, then work towards that clarity where you can see, like, okay, well, this is y'all know what it's like to just force yourself to like somebody that you just clearly just don't like. And it's like, no matter how hard you really trying to like them, you probably just like really just don't really like them like that. I could give an in detail case scenario, but it's like when someone clearly does something, right? And it's not like you're dealing with somebody who's, like, considered taking any type of accountability. Like, wait a second, was I probably wrong? Or, like, did I really miss something or whatever? It's like telling people, right? I don't eat that. Yet, it's like telling people, I'm just going to make it vague. It's like telling somebody, I'm going to go work out. I like to work out. I don't really eat meat like that. Very rare case scenarios, that I really like to eat it like that. And them coming back and offering you a whole meal that's full of meat. And you just clearly told them, like, that's not really my preference. You know what I mean? I really like fruits and vegetables for real, you know. And them bringing you a whole like freaking steak. Like, I just told you I like fruit. Like, do you want me to put a gun to your head at this point and tell you, like, do I need to hurt you at this point and tell you, like, that's not what I like. This is what I like. Do you understand now? I'm not going to put a gun to someone's head, you guys, but I'm just saying. It's like, yeah. It's like, dude, I just clearly told you that's not what I like. You just did it anyway. And you keep on doing it. And it's not like you sitting thinking about it like, okay, wait a second. Dang, I know this person actually, like, they like fruits and vegetables for real. Let me try to make them fruits and vegetables for real. No. You bring me a whole steak. And you know I like to eat fruits and vegetables. You know I like to go outside. You know I like to work out. You know I like to do healthy stuff. Yet you keep offering me unhealthy options. And then say I'm entitled because I have a preference. So now I'm a spoiled, entitled brat because I have a preference. Even when I see homeless people, to what I was saying. Even when I see homeless people, right? What I used to do back in the day, right? I would ask them, what would you like? Some of them probably might just be used to like somebody giving them something and just be grateful, like, right? Like, oh, thank you. Like, no, I'm just appreciative that you even thought to even, that's cool. But that person who actually sit and think like, what do you actually want? That's the person to keep around. That's the person to keep around. Not somebody who make you feel like you're just a spoiled, entitled brat because you have a preference. And you might be sitting there thinking like, damn, maybe I am a spoiled, entitled, privileged brat. The fact that you can even take that level of accountability, it might not even be true. It may or may not be true. But the moral of the story is that back in the day, what I used to do is if I came across somebody that was homeless or something like that. Obvious things is like if it's hot outside and you got like some waters in your trunk or something. I used to carry like waters in my trunk when it was really hot outside, and I'd pass out waters or whatever. Because that's clear, like that's common sense right there. Like, okay, it's hot outside. You ain't got no water, bro. Here's a water. You know what I mean? Here's a cold water at this point. Like, you know what I mean? And most of them would be like super grateful. It's super hot outside. Duh, they're going to take some water. Like, and I do that, like, I would do that. Like, I would keep waters in my trunk, like, specifically when it was hot outside to give to homeless people. But, yeah, what I would do is I would ask the person, hey, what do you want? Like, no, get what you want. Like, if I'm at a fast food restaurant, whatever, or wherever I'm at, I'm like, no, order what you want. I don't care if they order 10 things off the menu. I'm going into it with the mindset of, no. They're not going to order 10 things off the menu, but I'm going into it with the mindset of like, no, get what you want. You don't have to, like, I'm pretty sure they're grateful for when people do just give them things. But no, I'm going to ask you, what do you actually want? Like, what do you want? And they're probably not even used to that. People aren't used to people actually catering to what they truly want. People are just used to being, oh, thank you so much for what you just gave me. But it's like, what do you really want? That's genuine. What do you actually really want? Like, let me see what your real actual needs are. Like, no. Do you want this blanket? Because that blanket kind of thin that they just gave you. Like, I'm trying to give you a heated blanket. What do you actually want? And it's like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't want something from you. Y'all know what it's like to be around somebody, right? And it's like they offer you something that you don't want. And they're like, well, they try to guilt trip you to make it seem like it's okay. Well, it's kids starving in Africa right now who would love this opportunity right here. Who would love this right here. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Some stuff hitting. If you desperate enough, it's hitting. But the moral of the story is, why have we normalized behavior like that being okay? All of a sudden, somebody wants a roof over their head and wants a certain type of clothing. Oh, they're entitled now. That's what we are calling entitled? People who have preferences? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Y'all. Like, have we normalized making people feel like they should be grateful for bare minimum? And I'm not even just gonna call it bare minimum, like, type vibes. I'm not even trying to just call it that. I'm not really trying to call it like bare minimum. But it's like it seems like we've normalized this culture where someone says, like, someone can get offered something, like, right? And they don't like it. So what, we're going to stuff it down their throat now because they don't like it? Because they have a preference? And we think that, oh, they think they're too good. because they told you that they like apples and you brought them bananas, and they weren't even trying to be rude about it. It was just like, dude, I prefer apples. Oh, well, there's kids starving in Africa who would love bananas. Okay, like I never okay, like what? Okay, so what, you want to stuff a banana down my throat now? Is that what we on? Is that what we on? Is that what we on? You gonna eat this banana today? But yeah. You can, in certain case scenarios, though, have people who know what's best for you around you, though. And they're, like, trying to tell you, like, hey, dude, go with the banana, because in the long run, you actually might like bananas. You might actually start to like bananas, which may be true. You may not like bananas then, but now you like bananas. Unless they just psyched you out to make you think you like bananas now. All of a sudden you think you like bananas now. Like, no, you know deep down you like apples. It's always been apples. It's never been bananas. It's never been bananas. It's always been apples. Or has it always been bananas? Has it always been bananas? But the Most High is not the author of confusion. If I said I want apples and you bring me bananas, I can't trust you at that point. Because I told you I like apples and you brought me bananas. So now I'm looking at you like you're questionable because I cannot trust you anymore. Because I told you that I like apples and you bring me bananas. No. The bananas are GMO too. You bringing me GMO apples now? And GMO bananas? No, my friend. No, my friend. I shall not join your trend. I shall not join your trend, my friend. No. Those apples and bananas are both GMO. Get on the spaceship and go. Go now. Get on the spaceship and go now. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Get on the spaceship and go now. Get on the spaceship and go now. They offer you GMO bananas and apples. What, do you hate me? Do you hate me? I tell you that I like apples, you bring me GMO bananas. Do you hate me? Do you want to see me down bad? Listen, if I get a feeling that you lied to me. You lied to me. Because you told me that you have bananas. No, you told me that you have apples. I tell you I like apples. And you tell me we have plenty apples. And then I give you the chance. I give you benefit of doubt. And you turn around and you bring me bananas. You bring me bananas when I tell you that I like apples. So you know what? I cannot trust you. I can't trust you anymore. I can no longer trust you anymore. I can't trust you anymore. You know that she likes fruit. You know that she likes fruit and vegetables and healthy stuff. Meat, very, 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 very occasionally. Very, very occasionally. It has to be made. Very, very. If I'm eating meat, it has to be made in a way with the utmost respect. It can't just be made without any respect, you know? Was it treated with care? You know what I mean? What is the energy behind what you are consuming? What is the energy behind what you are consuming? It matters. It really matters. You know that she likes to eat fruits and vegetables. Why are you bringing her steak? Snake. 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 Yeah. Not all snakes are bad, though. You do have snakes that represent wisdom and strategy. But you do have the snakes that are just snakes. And they come in all different forms and sizes and shapes. I thought you had like fruits and vegetables. You bring me steak. Are you actually a snake? Because I just clearly told you. And you know this. You know me, right? You know me so well, right? So why would you bring me steak? But you know me oh so well. You know what's best for me. Yeah. It's like, for example, right? I'm not that much of a cooker. So if I make somebody some food, they may or may not like it. Some days I might hit, right? Some days I might hit. Like, okay, it's good today. It's good today. But some days it might be questionable. You might taste it and be like, nah. But I know me. I know, like, and we all know, okay, yeah, she ain't no cooker like that. Like, she not genuine. Like, she'll try. You know what I'm saying? She'll try. But she ain't no, like, cooker like that for real. That's never been me, y'all. I'm sorry. Not to say I can't get it right, because I can get it right sometimes, and I might be able to practice and get it right for sure. But in general, that's never been me. And whether people like me or not, everyone knows who kind of knows me to any degree knows, no, Narai is not a cooker. We will kick her out the kitchen in a minute. Not to say that's a positive or negative thing. It's just what it is. That's just my upbringing. I was not really. That wasn't me. I didn't get that one. But not to say that I can't cook some things. I get it right sometimes. There are case scenarios I actually get it right. But my soul don't really be in like, yay, let's do this today. There are some people whose soul be like, where you know, yeah, they like to cook. Like, they genuinely like this. Like, they about that life. They really about that life. So I don't really get, like, that offended if somebody doesn't like what I made. Like, I don't get that offended. But let somebody that made something who not even a cooker like that and then got the nerve to be mad at you when you're like, or think you're rude or stuck up when you're like, yo, this ain't hitting. And then they get mad. It's like, yo, it's just not hitting. That's not rude. It's not hitting. But we live in a world where, like, we just eat somebody's cooking that's not even good because we don't want to make them feel bad. Like, no, yo. Dude. You need more practice. Now, that person who's like, dang, Okay. That person who's like, all right, I might need some more practice cooking. That's the person you might want to keep around. I might need some more practice. Or, dang, okay, clearly this doesn't work. Let me hit up my friend who can cook, or the people who can cook, and let's make it work that way. But I'm not saying like I don't really want to make it a keep somebody around type of thing. Keep people around who you just vibe with. It doesn't mean that they always have to be doing something for you. That's another thing. Why have we normalized like these transactional like type of relationships with people? Oh, I'm gonna keep her. She's a keeper. I'm gonna keep her around because she cook, clean, and do everything. She might not even have a soul. She might just be a robot. She might, or she could have a soul. She might not be a robot. She could have a soul. She might not be a robot. Or she could just have common sense to know, well, a house can't be dirty. The trash does need to be taken out, so I'm not just going to leave it here. There's something on the counter. I'm not just going to leave it there. Type vibes. So obviously, like, keep people around who have at least a sense of common sense, yes. Who have decency, common sense. But don't always make it about, like, oh, she got to be doing this and this and this, and he got to be doing this and this and this. How about y'all together be working towards those things together? Together. As long as you ain't out here trying to hurt nobody. Right? As long as you ain't out here trying to hurt nobody. I don't see why your karma should not be good. As long as you're not out here trying to hurt nobody. Like, you know what I mean? You might ask questions every now and then and might think about something just to get clarity. Like, dang, am I right or wrong about this, or thinking about this about this person? After so long, you might just be, or are you just another gossiping, addiction, scrolling NPC? Yup. Yup. For real. Yeah. Filters can only do so much to somebody's regular look. Like, some people be talking like, why you use filters and stuff like that? To be honest with you guys, filters can only do so much. Like, I mean, yeah, you do have people who probably put on like pounds of makeup on their face and then put a filter on it, but filters can only do so much. If they don't actually look like that. So, yeah. I just felt like getting on here today and speaking because it could be a good outlet. It could be pretty therapeutic. And it's like, yeah, if women interacted more in real life, or if we interacted more with real life, we wouldn't really probably be on the internet, which actually might be the case. If we interacted more with real life, we might not even care to be on the internet. For real. Which is true. Because you have people around you already. But it's about having the right type of people around you too, though. You gotta have the right type of people around you, people who really genuinely understand you. But that's really about, is it about you? Is it about us? Is it about what we're creating? What we are allowing and disallowing? Because at the end of the day, if you're around whatever you're around, clearly you want to be around it. You haven't done anything to change it, have you? So that's what you want. Don't come crying at me. That's what you want. You still there, right? All right then. But we all be doing it sometimes. Even those who think that oh, I got my life together. Like, you still be like, everybody be on that sometimes. We all be on that sometimes. Still in a certain type of predicament and still be complaining about it. But knowing like